Fisher Paykel, it's a New Zealand company and we're founded in 1934. And what I was going to just talk to you about today was just really in and around innovation and how important it is for us as a company, more so now than ever before, as we're facing these challenges, with COVID. And the three sort of areas that I was just going to touch on was innovation, not only just with products, but also in terms of people and how we go about our marketing, and also in terms of our processes. So as a company, we very much like to engage with the design community. Australia is our biggest market. Now we are growing sort of exponentially in the US and across Europe. However, still Australia is our biggest market, and we engage directly. We understand the importance of working closely with designers. And so we run workshops every year called Future Design Workshops, where we'll bring our product engineers, our product designers across from New Zealand, and we'll sit down with some of the leading architects, kitchen designers, building designers, and get an understanding of what their expectations are in and around our products. We'll also bring our engineers and our designers to trade shows that we do, so again, to engage with end users. And what that really means is that we end up with sort of user-driven innovation. So, our design team, they're not sitting in white labs coming up with these ideas. They're getting an understanding of what the expectation is in the market, because the Australian market demands certain things, have very high standards here. And so having that interaction really helps shape and focus our product development. So some of the products that we're bringing out within the coming months are really quite exciting. Obviously, Fisher Paykel is synonymous for the dish drawers. And we have just brought out our next generation, our Series 11. So now they're coming with full stainless steel tubs inside. We've got a new glass interface. We're also bringing Wi-Fi capability across many of our new products. So we're going to be launching our new platform next year. And what that means is, whether it's something as simple as just getting a notification on your phone to say that your dish drawer is finished, through to lots of other capabilities that we're going to be rolling out in time. So we're very excited about that. So even though this has been a long-standing product, we're still pushing and driving and innovating with it. We've improved the well's water rating with it, and also we've improved our energy efficiency as well, because obviously sustainability is really important for us, and we continue to improve our energy efficiencies right across our product range. Another product that we're really excited to be bringing out is a new range of column refrigeration. Some of you may already know our sort of premium range with all stainless steel interiors. This is going to be a 60 centimeter column range that we're bringing out early next year. And rather than integrated that sits inside a cabinet and you have to have a grill at the bottom, these are columns, so they sit on the floor. They're 60 centimeters wide. We're going to have a number of different options in terms of fridge, freezer, and also having multiple different temperature zones inside. So that's really important for us, that you're able to store the food at the correct temperatures. It's going to have some beautiful features, LED lighting, cantilevered shelves, internal water dispensers, and then from a design point of view, being able to just have your kicker run all the way across, so you don't see any ventilation, and you don't have to factor in ventilation running up the back of the actual appliance itself. So it's going to have some really nice features that's going to be coming out next year. Another product that we're going to be bringing out in the next couple of months is our downdraft extractor fan. So this is ideal in situations where you have an island bench and you don't necessarily want to have a big range hood coming down, blocking your view. Or likewise, if you are in front of a panoramic window and you don't want to block the view, this is ideal, and you're taking that steam away and the cooking smells away at the source, and it can either be ducted out or it can be recirculated. Fisher Paykel, we really are pushing more and more in terms of our induction cooking right across the board. And not only from aesthetic point of view and cleanliness point of view, that is the induction cooking far superior, but also from safety point of view, you don't have a naked flame, through to being able to clean it, but also in terms of its performance. And so with this product here, this is a full surface induction cooktop. So this means that no matter where you put your pot, you're not going to have any cool zones. You can put up to 6 pots anywhere you like on the cooktop itself, and you've got a touch screen there, which shows where the pots are placed. So really excited to bring this to the market. It's going to be ideal when paired up with things like our teppanyaki plates and our griddle plates for cooking on. In terms of laundry, we brought out a whole new generation of washing machines this year with steam functionality. So being able to throw in some garments and give them a quick 15-minute refresh, which you can deodorize and steam clean, through to our top of the range washing machine now that has active intelligence. So it measures how dirty your load is, and then it's only going to use the exact amount of laundry liquid that's required from the drum, same in relation to the heat and the water as well. So really, you're saving money in terms of the efficiency of the product, and it's also better for the environment as well. Same is true of our new dryer. It's comes with the top of the range dryer, and that comes with steam functionality, so you can de-wrinkle. So if you've got a couple of wrinkled shirts, you can throw them in, and 15 minutes later, those wrinkles have been taken out. There's some really exciting developments in our laundry section as well. And when we work it out, that on average load, it's about $1,200 worth of clothing. Some people that might be a lot more if they've got expensive jeans, things like that. So it is really important to look after, to get that longevity out of your clothes. So it is really worth investing in good laundry products. This is a new combi steam. So it's going to act, if you think of a regular convection oven, as a grill, or as a full steamer, whereby I think fish or vegetables, or else combi steam, and that's where it's really going to stand apart. So it's going to act as any food that you want to cook where you want to retain moisture, but also let it brown. So baking, roasting. It's got a beautiful dial and touchscreen on it as well. So some of the awards that we've won recently, global awards, would be the Red Dot Design Award for our TFT touchscreen ovens. Our column refrigerations also won the Red Dot Design Awards. And we've won KBUS Good Housekeeping Award for our commercial range. The next area that I just wanted to touch on is probably in relation to people. And what I mean by that is Fisher Paykel, we're very much about collaborating. So it's one thing to create these beautiful new products, but also it's about getting that information out there and amplifying that. And that's where we work very closely with a number of architects, designers, building designers, kitchen studios, in creating beautiful case studies. And then we have partners such as the Local Project or S Living, Kitchen Bathroom Blog, KBDI, that we work closely with, and we look to amplify those messages. One sort of long-standing relationship we've had is with the Local Project. I'll just play a quick video and showcases some of the projects that we've been working on.
My name's Aidan Anderson, and I'm the founder and director of the Local Project. We're a print and online design publication that showcases the best in local design, interiors and architecture. We've been working with Fisher & Paykel for 4 years now, and the first year of the campaign commenced in 2018. I first reached out to Fisher & Paykel back in 2017 through an Instagram message of all things. And I said, hey guys, I love what you're doing with your marketing at the moment, and I'd love to chat to you about working together, especially on the digital front, creating some engaging and genuine content that reach their target market of architects and designers. At the time I reached out to Fisher & Paykel back in 2017, I was a single-man band. It was myself, an Instagram page and a website. And look, being honest, I had reached out to competitors of theirs and I said, let's have a chat about working together. And in some instances, I'd been laughed out of the meeting room, and in other instances, I didn't even receive a reply. A week later, after the message I sent, we'd set up a meeting with the team and we sat down and we kind of talked about setting some strategies around digital marketing, creating content and creating a campaign that encompassed multiple different mediums from video to photography and connecting with the right audiences. I genuinely believe that the Fisher & Paykel and the local project campaign is one of the most successful modern day campaigns in terms of innovation, content creation and results. Ultimately, I think it is the trust gained with our audiences that speaks the loudest volumes. It is a campaign or a partnership which creates genuine, educational and inspiring content that subtly but effectively communicates brand and product to an audience through storytelling. Typically, this storytelling happens through heroing beautiful projects by both emerging and established designers, taking human-centered storytelling where we're interviewing designers, we're interviewing Fisher & Paykel representatives and interviewing homeowners as well, and getting an authentic and natural response and reaction and allowing the design to sell the product. To this date, in 2021, we have an audience of over 1.25 million members. In video, you're able to sit down with a client and hear straight from them about why they chose their particular design or a particular product, and creating that human connection that you do through video is almost second to none. And when pairing it with an architectural or a design space and moving through these spaces and understanding how light moves through, how humans move through, and how people interact with spaces, this is effectively the best way to communicate and storytell to audiences. We were able to achieve a total of 55 million impressions across the 12-month period. This was reaching over 25 million unique individuals and received over 1.6 million engagements across the content that we created. The year started off with a bang with Rebecca Judd's House by Biosol. This was a 3-week digital campaign that showcased across our TLP channels, receiving over 1.3 million impressions and 430,000 unique website reads. The next project feature, Tamarama House by Aiken. The total impressions was 860,000 and received 30,000 unique website reads. Annandale House by Baldwin and Bagnall received over 1 million impressions and 220,000 website unique reads. Within the middle of the year, we also did a mini campaign showcasing the collaboration between Room and Fisher & Paykel. The first interview feature of the Room and Fisher & Paykel campaign received a whopping 2.1 million impressions and 300,000 unique website reads. The follow-on project feature received a total of 1.5 million impressions and 148,000 unique website reads. There was also the JJ House by Boki Grant. This campaign did incredibly well with over 850,000 impressions and 156,000 unique website reads. We then followed on with the Nightingale 2 project feature by Hip v Hype and 6 Degrees Architects. This was both a photo shoot as well as a digital feature campaign. The impressions achieved through this was over 500,000, while the website unique reads was over 88,000. Throughout the year as well, we released 3 print editions in which Fisher & Paykel featured heavily throughout all 3. In issue 2, which was released in February of 2020, there was a 20-page project feature on Annandale House by Baldwin and Bagnall. Issue number 3, which was released in June of 2020, the team and I put together a 8-page editorial piece on the Future Design Workshop. Also within issue number 3 was the back cover of the magazine with an F&P ad, followed by a double-page spread within the contents of the magazine as well.
So for us, it's really important to work, closely with designers, and then to collaborate with them and also with developers and promote that work. And the local project is one, such example of that. This is Quebec. This is a townhouse development that we're doing in the Northern Beaches up in Sydney, and again, working closely and co-marketing with the developers of this particular project. Here, as touched on in the local project, is Room. So they're a Melbourne-based building company, and we used one of our cooking specialists to create particular content, videos for their customers.
Hi, my name's Neil Faber, and I'm the training specialist here at the Fisher & Paykel Experience Centre in Sydney. It's great to be involved in this video series in collaboration with Room. Today, I'm going to be cooking a Scotch fillet using all of the appliances specified in Room's Chamberlain Architects collection. Room's desire for innovation and quality is exactly why they're using Fisher & Paykel's integrated kitchen in their first series of homes. Let's begin.
So if you think Niall looks like an actor, it's because he used to be an actor, so we're a bit lucky on that one. But we're able to, again, it's really working collaboratively with our clients and in creating that content and really sort of innovating and thinking outside the box. Thirdly, and I know I'm running over time, so I'll be very, very quick, is in terms of processes. So we've just launched our new trade resources section on our website. And from a practical point of view, this is going to be a really important
to design for kitchen
asset and tool for designers such as yourselves. And we've basically added a section so that it's going to be very easy to search, whether you're looking for case study content, or whether you're looking for trade resources, or whether you're looking for drawing files. So we have really improved the quality of our drawing files. So in terms of being able to offer real-time rendering or parametric design in BIM and sophisticated scheduling as well, we've catered for all of that on our website. So previously we only had DXF and DWG files, where now we've added Rivet, ArchiCAD, SketchUp, and Rhino, as well as having data sheets and specification guides so that you can share these with the cabinet makers on your projects as well. So this is just an example of SketchUp. So it's suitable for high quality concept renders as well. And then the data sheets as well in 2D with the specifications and what is required to successfully build the joinery and the cabinetry to suit the particular appliances. And then we also offer specification guides as well. One thing as well is that we know that as designers, you're always looking to push the envelope as to what is achievable. And for that, we offer planning guides as well, because there might be certain things that you're doing that goes out of the regular scope, and we're always here to support you and to see what is achievable and how that might work. So thank you all very much for your time.
Niall, thank you very much for that. We do have some questions, if you don't mind answering them for us.
Not at all.
So Matt, who's been quite active in the questions this evening, has asked, how do we get involved in your innovation team that you discussed, I guess, at the beginning of your presentation?
Yeah, so unfortunately, because our friends in New Zealand can't travel over at the moment, the future design workshops aren't going ahead, didn't go ahead this year. But what I'll do is I'll throw my email into the chat group. And if anybody wants to reach out to me, I'm happy to have that discussion. We also, even if it's not the future design workshop, we're constantly passing feedback back to the designers and not just the designers, but the sustainability team as well in New Zealand. And they really understand that Australia, is leading the way in a lot of these different areas, and we really want to get that information. So I'm more than happy to share my details if anyone wants to reach out.
Fantastic. Another question is the downdraft system that you showed there. Yep. Is that part of a hot plate system, or is that a separate unit in itself?
It's all one unit. So you've got 4 induction rings, and then in the middle is the actual downdraft itself. It's on our website at the moment, so there is technical data on there as well as to how it works, and it'll show how the ducting works as well.
It's really good. I mean, I think the new systems that people are going to start using now, it's going to become very popular. It's getting more and more popular as we see in the design industry.
But it's giving people that sort of flexibility to design how they want to do, because a lot of people want to have the cooking in the island because it's a bit more sociable. But yeah, they don't necessarily want to have a big range hood, sitting in front of their, a big box there in front of them. But also even things like going into older buildings, or certainly, there's a few kind of high-end kitchen studios that want to put it in because they don't want to make penetrations in the, you might have a big high ceiling and making penetrations, and it works there, and being able to recirculate in those situations makes it
We got another question, or more of a comment here. You mentioned that the clothes dryers are fantastic at removing wrinkles. How effective are they in removing wrinkles from my skin?
Well, you might have to be pretty small to fit into one of the dryers, but we're working on some other products for next year that may be suitable. Quasi something you can get into.
Someone's written in, Chris, that's been obviously, I recall that your house has been featured on Grand Designs, also used Fisher & Paykel products throughout. That was a house project that we did, that we used the Fisher & Paykel range. On that particular home, which was a Forest Lodge Eco House, we ended up having a fridge that was flown in specially from New Zealand to fit the project because they weren't available on the market at the time. So yeah, it was a pretty cool story. But yeah, no, we did use a lot of Fisher & Paykel basically throughout the whole project. So we used it on a lot of our projects, whether it's laundry or whether it's kitchen, great products at very competitive prices as well. And they look really sleek. And that's the important thing as designers. We're looking at making sure that, we've got symmetry and we've got lines, matching up and so forth. And there are a lot of products that you look at in the market. And I guess it's a lot of the older products, a lot of I guess the appliance manufacturers are becoming more design savvy, because when you look at the designs and you go and put an oven in, and you've got the top of the oven here and the cupboard door down here or something, they're not aligning and it doesn't look the best. And I know by looking at your designs, and when we're doing the drawings, that we do actually see that you have like metal plating and little inserts that you can have to balance the gap between each item as well, to make sure that they all line up in symmetry.
Yeah, as we're going more and more into that sort of integrated space, it's becoming more and more important, and people's expectations around what you can achieve, as in gaps around door, whether it's 3 mil, 4 mil,
yeah,
important. And that's what I mean by that expectation that's set here in Australia is really, really quite high in terms of what they want to achieve.
That's really good. So look, Niall, thanks very much. We've got a couple more minutes before we head on to our next presentation, but really want to thank you for presenting this late in the evening. But we do have people from around the world. We've still got a lot of people online, which is fantastic. So up next, we're going to have PC Thomas, and PC Thomas is going to be talking about comfortable houses in moderate climates. So thank you once again, Niall, and we look forward to speaking to you soon and seeing your products on many of our members' designs.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. Have a good evening.